Y'all already know how we do it, man. It's top of the top, man. What's good? What's good? I'm just checking in, man, before I get my day started, man, to see what y'all got going on this morning, man. Yeah, it's the top of the top, man. And that's real spill. 28 seconds in, man. Top of the top, man. It's early. 7:01, man. 7:01 this morning, man. What we doing today? 7:01, man. Yep. Somebody ought to get excited they woke up this morning, man. I guess that'll be me. Yo. Somebody ought to get excited that we woke up this morning, man. We'll see what we can come up with, man. See what we can come up with, man. It's the top of the top, man. Yep. Y'all feel good, man. You made it for another week, man. You back at it Monday. Like I always tell you, you gotta have a plan, man. It don't work without no plan. Everybody gotta have a plan. If you plan on surviving in these streets, you gotta have a plan, man. And that's real spill. This morning, man, like always, man, peace and blessings. I gotta give a big shout out, man, to everybody that woke up this Monday morning, man, and headed out to take care of the business, man. Y'all already know what I mean when I say take care of the business, man. Because people depend on us, man. They depend on us to make things happen in life for us, man. So let's do what we do, man. I want to salute, man, like I always do, man. I want to salute the mothers and fathers that woke up this morning, getting ready to drop the kids off at school. To the dads, man, that's going out to, man, to provide for the family, man. And what I like to say is this here, man. Real spill. This is what I like to say. Women, get a dad a break, man, because he can't be in two places at one time. He can't be at home with you all the time and try to provide for the kids, man. So I see y'all talking about that Savage Drive girl, man. Y'all can get that girl, man, at www.oghollywood.com, man. And like I always say, you don't have to been to prison to wear the Savage Drive, man. All you have to do is be or become a savage in your everyday life, man. And what I mean by that, it doesn't mean in a destructive way, man. Savage means that you are serious about taking whatever you're doing in life to the next level, man. But you have to have the drive to do that. Now that's not gonna happen for everybody, man, because some people can't find their way out of the mud. You know, it's two type of sayings, man, that people get it out the mud, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have some people stuck in the mud. And the reason why they stuck in the mud, for one reason, man, for whatever reason along the line, they lost their confidence, man. That's the first thing in life, man. You have to get your confidence back, man. You have to be confident in what you're doing. Make it, man. And like I man, don't put off what you can do today for tomorrow, man. And that's real spill. Because tomorrow ain't promised to you. And we all been down that road, man. Yeah. Even me. When I was doing what I was doing, I thought I was going to be okay. And I was going to live to see another day as far as in the streets. I was wrong. I was wrong, man. But what I didn't do, I never ever let my past define my future, man. And all I can say is this here, man. It's hard, man. It's hard to change. You know, nobody likes change. So let me paint this picture for you. It's kind of like when you moving from one spot to the next, right? And you got to load all that furniture up on the truck. And then you got to move it to the next spot. Some going to be in the garage. Some going to be in the house. Nobody likes change, man. Well, that's the same thing in your life. The same thing in your life. In order to get to the next level, man, that you want to get to, there have to be some type of change, rearranging, man. In other words, it's got to be shook up. You got to shake your life up, you know. And that's coming from me, man. And sometimes we be forced to shake our life up. We don't want to go through the things that we go through. Sometimes it's a forced move, man. But then, like I say this here, even if it's a forced move, let that be your best move. And that's real spirit. You know, it's a minor setback for a major come up. But it all depends on how you're trying to come up. But you have to understand this right here, man. If you're doing the same thing and you're expecting different results, it ain't gonna happen. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. So you got to put the work in order to get the real results that you want out, man. And whatever you do, don't wait on nobody. Don't wait on nobody. Because weight is what broke the wagon. Too much weight. I went off y'all head, I know that. What I mean by weight is what broke the wagon. If you got somebody in your life that's holding you back, that's the weight I'm talking about. Get rid of that, man. Get rid of that extra weight. Get rid of the people that don't believe in your vision, man. Because everybody ain't gonna see what you see. Everybody ain't gonna see what you see. We got 8 people in, man. We should have 8 likes, man. It's the top of the top, man. Come on now. We could do better than that. If we on the same page and you thinking what I'm thinking, then we good, man. And that's for real. Like I say, I just woke up this morning to tap in, man, to see what y'all doing, man, because it's the top of the hour, man. There's a lot of people that didn't wake up this morning, so you should be appreciative of being up and being able to be on this live. And you know my old saying, I got 6 in. I'd rather have 6 in with a hell of understanding than 600 in with no understanding. So, like I say, man, I always have to say this, man. It's all about what you put in is what you gonna get out. And that's all I can say about that, man. So, before you head out this morning, I don't know where you're going, how you gonna get there, man. Some by way of Uber, some by way of bus, some by way of train. But wherever you go, man, have your mind on taking care of business, man. And you gotta walk before you crawl. You have to crawl before you walk. Just like as if you was a baby, man. I told somebody this yesterday and they didn't believe me. They didn't believe me because they can't see what I see. You know, in today's society, man, we've been doing it for a long time. We just ain't been seeing it. But I will say this, man. Most people don't believe this, that we live to die, man. Stay with me. We live to die. And the reason why I'm saying that, because guess what? It's people born every day. As we speak on this live, we got a few people in the house, man. Guess what? It's somebody being born right now. So in order to make room for them, somebody got to go. And that's just the way of the world, man. It's the way of the world, man. And people don't see it like that. Most people, when they go places and they see certain things, they can't celebrate it. The first thing they want to do is get emotional and cry. It don't work like that, man. But when you know you've crossed over, when you can enter a room and that situation is happening and it don't affect you, guess what? You're in tune with yourself then. That means you're in tune with yourself. Like I say, everybody ain't gonna understand you. And everybody ain't gonna go to places you going. Some of them places you're gonna have to go by yourself. Find out what's going on and what ain't going on. Like me. 90% of the time when I come on this live, I'm just like this. It ain't nobody around. Because like I always tell you, I don't need nobody to clap for me, and I don't need nobody to cry for me. Because at the end of the day, when we exit stage left, you ain't gonna hear none of that. None of that, man. But like I said, man, I just tapped in this morning because it's the top of the top. And the people that's getting up going to take care of the business, they gonna be up. Them type of people, you ain't gotta tell to get up. They already know what to do. It's a check mark for them. They done checked it off the board. And them the people you need to keep in your company. The people that can check it off the board without you having to tell them what to do. You know, because when you get a certain age in life, right, people shouldn't have to tell you what to do. You already know what to do. But once you got a plan, you just execute it, man, and things will fall in place. And that's just how they go. Sometimes slow motion beats no motion, right? Everything ain't gotta be fast in life, man. Patience is what gets you to the next level, man. Patience. But believe me, you don't want that patience forced on you. Because when it becomes a forced move, that's when your mental stability comes into effect. That's why so many people shooting a pistol for no reason at all, man. Because guess what? No patience and patience test your mental. And when that happens, you become oppressed. And when that happens, you go out and do destructive shit. You say destructive things to people that you don't even know, that you've never met in your whole life. And I know y'all know some people like that, that dislike you but don't even know you. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm talking to. Or I might just be talking, because you got a lot of people sometimes be in denial of certain situations, man. And like I always tell you, the hardest thing to do in life, man, is keep it real with yourself, man. Don't nobody know your situation but you. And can't nobody change it but you. But situations bring on appreciation. But you have to keep your life simple, man. Because as soon as you complicate it, that's when the floodgate open. Don't complicate your own life. You got to separate, in other words, what I'm saying, you got to separate real shit from bullshit. And don't get attached to certain things in life, man. In other words, don't build your own hopes up for a letdown. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm talking to, but we're on the live, and for those that missed it, they'll see it later. They'll see it later, but the ones that get it first is the ones that can process it the quickest. See, you know, let me say this, man. The mind is like a processor, but it's all about the things that you process in your everyday life. You know, what do you process? And how fast do you process it? That's what you got to ask yourself. But I know for a fact, man, you see it every day. People have to be with people in order to feel comfortable inside their own skin. They can't be by themselves, man. They can't do the things by themselves. They can't do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. But I tell you what, the first time you try it, you're not only gonna like it, you're gonna love it. Because you know one thing? Peace and blessings upon you is the best thing that you can ever give yourself in life, man. You got a lot of people chasing the bag, as they say, right? But when they get the bag, guess what? Totally frustrated. Because the same thing they went into getting the bag, See, that's still there. That part didn't change. And what I mean by that, they never was at peace with themselves. So they still at war with the world. I don't know who I'm talking to, man. And y'all will get this message later on. We'll be going through our day, man, and you might run across me and decide to stop. Because I know one thing, man, the attention span in society is real short, man. The attention span in society is real short, man. Everything and everybody, they want it microwaved. They want it microwaved. They don't want to do it old school. They don't want to put it in the oven and let it cook. They want to pop it in and pop it out. So if you popping it in and popping it out, that's your life. You living the microwave life. You want it right now. You want it right now. And most things in life ain't gonna happen right now. It's like somebody might be raising a kid and they don't even want to go through the baby stage. They want the kid to get grown real quick. But it don't happen like that. It don't happen like that. And guess what? News flash. Life did never come with a manuscript. You can't open this book and go right to it and they tell you what to do. Nah, it don't work like that. You have to live a long time to understand situations and people. That's what's gonna get you to the next level, man. And not only that, man, you know, you have to start living what they call a diverse type of life, man. You have to try to understand the walks of all people. And it don't mean you're gonna walk that walk, but you have to understand it if you're gonna become something. And that's real spill. And for those that got up, that's going to punch a clock this morning, and you complaining, but you don't want to punch the clock, do what you got to do to put the work in to get off of their clock and get your own clock. And that's real talk. And I encourage people to do that, man. If you tired of eating at other people's table, build your own table. Set your own table up. And you can call the shots on you. But until then, man, it's going to be the same. Life ain't going to change. Life ain't going to change, man. And every time I come on here, man, I'm gonna drop some jewels. And it might not even be what you want to hear. I'm fine with that. But guess what? Come back later on in the playback and get you a piece out of the book, what I'm trying to tell you, and see if it'll work in your life. But know this, man, when I come on this live, I come to drop some real jewels, man. That's why I'm by myself. That's why I'm by myself. That's why it's quiet. This is my quiet room in the house. I don't need nobody entering this room, man, disturbing my peace. Because I'm serious about peace and blessing, especially up on me. Especially when you do 25 caliber. You don't need nobody disturbance, man. You need all the quietness you can get. Because sometimes a man or a woman be traumatized, man. Even in their personal life. You got people ain't never been nowhere. And they scared to come outside, man. They scared to come out their front door, man, because of what happens in the street. And the things that happen in the street and the people that do it in the street, those people are mental disturbed. They are oppressed. They have no way out. Or at least they think they have no way out. Don't let that be you. You better find your peace. Because guess what? At any time, anybody can wake up and be destructive. Anybody can wake up and be destructive. Just like they say, anybody can make a wrong decision. It only takes 60 seconds, man, for your life to change real quick. 60 seconds, man, that's 1 minute. And you've been cast in your whole life because of one bad decision you made. Y'all better think and quit sleepwalking. This shit's serious out here. And I will say this, your goals don't give a damn about your excuses. You have to put the work in, man, because ain't nobody gonna save you. Ain't nobody coming back to save you, man. The world you living in is the world you living in. And whatever your escape may be, I can't knock that. But you better hit that fucking reset button the same way you hit that phone and give your life an update. Give your life an update, man. And this is the top of the top, man. And we ain't gonna have all those people in here every morning at the top of the top. They can't stand this shit, man. This shit too powerful. People don't want to hear the truth. They rather hear a lie. I don't know who I'm talking to. But if you don't get it now, you'll get it later. Because this video gonna stay up. But like I said, I don't know who I'm talking to. But if it's you that's living that lie, I'm talking to you. You better get your shit together. You better get it together. Give yourself an update. Because time running out. If we on the same page, man, and you know this real, hit the like button, man. If you know it's real. But if you just here looking for the train wreck from me, that ain't gonna happen. Nah, I ain't doing no train wrecks, man. I don't wanna know who died in the train wreck. I wanna know who lived. Who lived in the train wreck? Yeah. Why you get put out your house? Why did you get evicted? I wanna know who survived. Enough is enough of that dying, man. If you down in your everyday life, fix it, man. I did. But like I say, we wake up to die. And what I mean by we wake up to die, you can kill that old person. That's what I mean. I'm not saying when you walk out your door, something gonna happen to you. But when you wake up every day, you have to kill that old person. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by we wake up to die. You can be reborn every day you wake up. You can recreate yourself every day you wake up. But you have to get rid of that shit that's left on the table from yesterday. And quit eating leftovers. Quit eating leftovers. And that's why, look, once again, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm close enough for you can hear me. Time is running out. Time is running out. So fix it. If it's dead weight around you, cut it off. Because you don't, guess what, man? The people in your vision, if they don't coincide, your vision is dead before it even starts. Your vision is out of there before it even starts. I know. But I wake up on the top of the top, man, with a plan. You gotta have a plan, man. And this shit ain't personal, man, it's business. Everything in life is business. Even your wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, or however you want to draw that shit up, it's business. And what I mean by it's business, because if you're not taking care of that business, that person move on to somebody else that can take care of the business. This shit ain't personal, man. That's how you got to start looking at life, man. Everything in life is business. Friendships, relationships, all that shit is business. But when you get physically and emotionally attached to everybody's business, then you become everybody's business. Like I say, man, the hardest thing in the world to do, man, is for anybody to keep it real with themselves. The very first time you start keeping it real with yourself, then you'll see what other people seeing. But you got to get out of yourself, man. Because the shit ain't always about you. It ain't always about you. And that's for real. So like I say, man, I just tapped in at the top of the top, man. To give you some real spills and some jewels you can put in your pocket versus around your neck. Because like I say, when the cash to drop, you ain't gonna be able to put that money behind you to pull it down there with you. Somebody else gonna spend that. Somebody else gonna spend that. The same way they've been doing for years. Somebody gonna spend somebody else's money. Somebody else is gonna take your place when you leave. When you leave that woman or that man, don't think that shit don't move on. They move on to the next best thing. That don't mean they don't love you. That just means life goes on. That's just what it is, man. I know y'all don't want to hear this, man, because some of y'all is dead dropping love. Some of y'all in relationships that y'all think ain't gonna never be over. Some of y'all got jobs that y'all think y'all gonna be at for the rest of y'all life. But I'm here to tell you, all that shit gonna change. All that shit gonna change. Because you got to leave here for somebody else to come here. You ain't gonna stay here. And all the people you think that like you, see what they do when it's all over with. Them same people ain't gonna even show up. They ain't gonna show up. But see, this is the shit you ain't been getting. The real, across the table, uncut shit. That's why you won't stay tapped in. Because it ain't me that you dislike. You don't even know me. And I don't know you. But this is the shit that you running from. You've been running from it for a long time. And that's the truth. But just know every time at the top of the top, man, I got to give it to you. I got to give you what's real. I can't give you nothing that's fake. Yeah, I can't give you nothing that's fake. So when you pick up these jewels right here, you can't put this shit around your neck. You got to put it in your mind. You got to put it in your mind. It's only going to cash in your mind. But sometimes we eat different food. Sometimes we eat, a lot of people eat junk food. Some people eat food for the brain. But we all got choices, man. What food you eat? What food you eat? Or are you eating at somebody else's table versus trying to build your own? And I ain't say it was easy. Shit is hard. Real hard. But only those that want to make it is the one that's going to make it. So whatever your vision, your dream, man, you got to die for it. You got to nail your own self to the cross. Because ain't nobody giving away shit. The last time I got something free was 25 years ago. And they fed me every day, 3 times a day. And half of that shit I didn't eat. So now I had to hustle. Because if you don't hustle, you don't eat. And every day ain't gonna be no good day, not even in the world. But you got to put your armor and your gear on and get set up for war. Because it's war out here in these streets, man. It's war. It's hell just to stay alive. Y'all see it every day. So I know I ain't just talking. I know I ain't just talking. This shit is serious. And that's for real. Y'all better get it together, man. Time running out. Time running out, man. And time is of essence. It's on nobody's side. And it's a true statement. And we all grew up on it. Don't put off what you can do today for tomorrow, man, because tomorrow ain't promised. And I know some say, oh, man, every time OG Hollywood come on here, you always talking about somebody get put in a box. Yes, because this is what you don't want to hear. You want to hear that fancy shit. I don't have none. I don't have no fancy shit. I don't have no slick lines. I don't have none of that shit. All I got is some real shit. That's all I got. Been there, done that. But if you want to keep sleepwalking, just stroll on to the next page, man. Because we got choices in life, man. We got choices in life, man. But just know, man, every time you come here at the top of the top, it's some shit you can think about later on and pull it from the book, man. And you ain't, like I say, you ain't got it like me. I'm just a man with a message, and it might not be your message. You might like to be lied to, or you might can't stand the truth. But I'm here to give you the truth. Time is running out. What time are you on? If you think you're gonna be around here forever, you ain't gonna be here forever. You ain't gonna be here forever. And that's real spill. So at the end of the day, if you brought them in, take care of them. I'm talking about your kids. And you ain't have to wait on nobody to do that. You don't have to wait on nobody to do that. Doing the right thing ain't always the most popular thing. In other words, what I'm saying, you can do the right thing without nobody looking. That's all I'm saying. And it ain't about being perfect, because everybody ain't gonna like what you like. And I hear it all the time, real. It ain't about being real. If you can't be real with yourself, because you faking somebody else out. But when you hit the reset button and you lay down that night, you know you fucked up. You know your situation is fucked up. And you ain't even trying to change it. But you care about what other people think. Yeah, and you worry about what other people think. You worry about if they like you, or if she like you, or if he like you. Y'all already know how I feel about that, man. The majority of the people that's speaking against you, they're against themselves. So them the people you don't even worry about. But when you tell the truth, 90% of the time, man, people not gonna like you. Because the world is cliche. It's a copycat world. They want you to think what they think. They want you to feel what they feel. They want you to see the world through their eyes. Newsflash, it ain't gonna happen. Because we didn't come here together, and we not gonna lead together. We ain't gonna lead together. So when you recognize you can separate yourself from that, then you become a better person. Fuck what you've been through, because we all been through a lot of things, and we still going through a lot of things, but we got choices. You pick and choose what you want to go through in this life. So if you put yourself in a bad situation, guess what? Man up, woman up. Because you had another choice, but what you didn't have no patience. So you're looking for the microwave life. Yeah, look around. There's somebody in your camp right now that's looking for the microwave life. They want it quick. They want it fast. And when the train wreck comes, they want you to acknowledge the train wreck, but they don't want you to acknowledge them. You the train wreck. I've never ever in life seen a gun that shoot itself. Never ever seen that. Never. But remember this, man. Whatever situation you in, the same thing that took you to get to that situation, you're gonna have to do the opposite to get yourself out of that situation. But don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. And that's for real. Don't cry. Man up. Woman up. If you lay down and you have a baby, take care of it. Do the best you can do. That's all we can do while we're on this earth, man. But you have to understand, you got an expiration date. Don't think you're gonna party, listen to rap music all fucking day, smoke your vape, and do all that other fancy shit forever. It ain't gonna happen. I know we done heard this saying right here, man. And this is the reason why I don't do certain shit. You catch a man or a woman smoking cigarettes for 30 years, and they got a warning sign on the back and said could cause cancer. But they ignore that and they keep smoking. Keep smoking. And the very first time they go to the hospital and the doctor say they got cancer, guess what they want everybody else to do? Pray. They want us to pray. But you ignored the sign on the back of the cigarette pack. And it told you what it was going to cause. It didn't say it was going to happen overnight. They didn't say it was going to happen overnight. But they did say, warning, tobacco products could cause cancer, but you still smoking. But when you hooked up, you want to call everybody to the ICU to pray for you. And what I got to say about that, that's bullshit. Because they gave you a warning, it was on the back, but you ignored the warning sign and you moved in the opposite direction. That's the choices I'm talking about. We all got choices, man. What choices are you gonna make? They tell if you commit a crime, is eventually you're gonna get caught. But when you ignore the warning sign and you get caught, you want to cry about the time they gave you. Nah, shit don't work like that, man. And it's the same thing. If you don't work, you don't eat. And the man that doesn't work in some form or fashion, he gonna take something. And the doctors say take medicine because anything else is bad for your health. In other words, if you go out in society and you try to take something from somebody else and they lay you down, it was a warning sign. All I'm saying, man, is this. And I can't say it no other way. Get your shit together, because I did. I'm not waiting on nobody. Because I know one thing. My time is running out, man. And for the average black man that's in society today, your living range is between 75 and 85 years. Try that on for size. So if you're already over 50-something, that means you got 25-something years to play with. You got 20-something years to play with. Because living 50 years on this earth is a long time. That's a long time to be existing in society, man. But don't be 50 or over 50 and thinking time is on your side. It ain't, man. That's why I'm telling you. Don't be the one that done fucked off your whole life. And you in line right now for a GoFundMe page. I'm gonna keep saying that because they know who I'm talking to. They know exactly who I'm talking to. If that's you, and I can't see you. I can't see you, but if that's you, you wrong. Because it's like on the back of the warning sign. You ain't took care of no business your whole life. You've been staggering through life your whole life, sleepwalking, saying it's gonna be all right. Can't nobody fix it but you. So anyway, man, it's the top of the top, man. The jewel's been dropped. And I ain't talking about the shit you put around your neck. I'm talking about the ones you put right here. So you can do what you want to do with it. You ain't gotta like me. I don't need no fan. I need somebody that's gonna think and take care of the business for what's surrounding them every day. Them the people you know. Yeah, them the people you know. And that's real. Them the people you know. Care about the people that's around you. Because they gonna have to bear the burden when you go. The people that you watch on this internet every day, you ain't gonna have to, they not gonna have to bear that burden. Because nobody gives a fuck, man. Nobody gives a fuck. That's why I say, don't like me. You don't know me. I don't want you to like me. I don't want you to like me. And that's real spill. It's nothing you can say in the comment section that excites me. Because you don't have to satisfy me. It's the people that's around you every day. Them the people that's dependent on you. Think about that. Get out of your own head. Because sometimes you're going to be your own opposition. It ain't the people that you see in the streets every day. It's you. It's you. It's you versus you. Who gonna win? Battle yourself. Try being you versus you. And then you'll understand what I'm saying. That anything outside of that, it don't even matter, man. Shit don't even matter, man. It don't matter, people. I've never ever met a superhero in my life. Never. The only superheroes I've ever seen is on screen. But I've seen people that tried to be superheroes, but only to fail, though. Don't be no hero, man, and get turned into a zero. Because it only takes 60 seconds, man. And that's 1 minute. Don't do it. It's raining out here, man. It's raining out here in these streets. Have many of y'all ever seen The Walking Dead? The movie, that is. If you have, that's what you see when you go outside. People sleepwalking. They sleepwalking. And I know right now what I'm saying, it's alienated, man. This shit is so alienated, man, because people ain't used to hearing it. People been telling you what you want to hear all your life. But guess what? At the top of the top, I ain't gonna do that. You know why they rebuild buildings? Because when they get old, you gotta tear them down and rebuild them from the bottom to the top. Because somewhere along the way, it lost its stabilization, man. So if that's you, I'm talking to you. And I ain't hating on you, because I don't even know what that means. That's the new shit that these kids came up with. So sometimes you gotta tear yourself down. Ain't nobody else gotta do it for you, because don't nobody know you but you. Reality is perception, man. And it don't mean that the first impression is the best impression. It just means you got to go back to the drawing board and do it all over again. But can't nobody rebuild you but you. And excuses are like, you know, what they say. Everybody got them. But your goals don't give a damn about your excuses. Unless you don't have no goals. And you sure is in last place. So if you tired of being the tail and you want to be the head, you got to put the work in, man. Because like I told you a while back, they say Jesus coming back. But they never say what he coming back for. And when he do come back, there's only going to be a chosen fruit that he take with him. He ain't coming back to get everybody. So if you don't stand for something, that means you'll fall for anything. But if you are willing to put your life on the line for what you believe in, then you might be one of the ones that he come back to get. But don't wait on it. Time running out, man. I'm going to leave you with them jewels, man. But it's not to be put around your neck. It's to be put inside your brain. This is the top of the top, man. Salute.